Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone. Into the... Oh, not into the... Fuck! God damn it! Ah!
They loved 80s cartoons. Even with beards and tattoos, you know they haven't changed at all. Filling sketchbooks every night, getting better way they try. Sketchbook heroes, imagination burning. Sketchbook heroes, sketchbook hero pick up. Sketchbook heroes, they don't seem to have any life. Sketchbook heroes.
And we're back.
We're back. Are we?
All right. So we are back from the past.
Past. Not the future yet, I guess.
I don't know.
Well, depending on when you're listening to this, it will be the
Exactly.
future. So we are back to the future. Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. That's a
Yeah.
good title. We should make a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, folks. The Sketchbook Heroes are back after an almost 2-year hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm your host, Ilyas.
And I'm your co-host, Robert. Yeah.
And we're good to go.
Hey.
So this time around, Sketchbook Heroes brought a posse.
Yeah, we did.
So this time we will have 21 Draw behind us.
With us,
With
I
us?
guess.
Yeah.
Sometimes forward, in front of us, not forward us.
They're- yeah.
Yeah.
So Sketchbook Heroes will be brought to you in collaboration with 21 Draw. 21 Draw will be able to bring like new possibilities to the podcast, like awesome guests and contests. They have awesome like illustration master classes from like famous artists
Your
like
favorite artist, pretty much. Yeah. Guaranteed.
no, but they do have some awesome artists,
Yeah.
and they have some kick-ass art books as well. The books contain artists like Randy Bishop, Warren Lau, I think,
Yeah.
Loish, and a lot of
Other
other
really
cool-
good artists.
Yeah, Kim Young-gi
Yeah,
did like
yeah.
a couple of pages. So they do have like awesome names, and hopefully we'll be able to bring some of those names to the podcast.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
But just really awesome to have somebody along for the ride doing this. And we are no longer sitting in
At
Super HQ King.
Yeah.
We've moved to a basement.
Exactly, because I don't work there anymore, so we
Bum,
can't
bum,
sit there.
bum.
Da-da-da.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, exactly. So big thanks to Underverket for
Hosting us. I
hosting
guess.
us. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's where we sit now. So if you need an awesome co-working space, this is the place.
this is the place.
Hit us up.
Or hit them up.
Hit them up. Or just hello@sketchbookheroes.com.
Yes. Hello at sketchbookheroes.com. I've been waiting to say that for so long.
I love that I don't have to say it twice.
Yeah.
So dudes, my dudes,
We're back.
we're back. It's been almost 2 years, buddy.
Yeah, man. Fuck.
How have you been?
Drunk most of the time.
All right.
No, I've been good. I've had my ups and downs,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm still on my feet. How have you been? Changing jobs and shit?
Oh yeah, dude. Keep it snappy. I wasn't happy with King like the last couple of years, I guess, or like the last year. I don't know. And then I just got a better offer, so I did that.
Well, I mean, you need to move as, I think, a human
Yeah.
being. Being stuck in a place for too long is not really good for sanity. So, yeah.
Awesome add-on to that is that I've learned more these past 6 months at the new job than I did like 7 years at King.
No
eventually.
shit.
Yeah. Just like,
But
or at
that's
least like
awesome.
the last couple of years, at King.
Yeah. But that's really interesting, though. Really, really
No, but,
interesting.
like different tasks, a
You're
lot of
doing it-
variation.
It's a
Yeah.
new job.
Yeah.
That comes with the new in the job,
Mhm.
I guess. But yeah, no, I'm just trying to get back into my normal routine. So like, I'm gonna save a lot of details for future episodes. I don't want to dive
Same.
into too much right now. again, just happy to be fucking back in business. Sounding good.
Yep. And we also had to buy all the shit ourselves this time.
Yeah.
So microphones, recording devices, everything.
Empty wallets. Yeah.
Woo!
Woohoo.
No, it's super worth it. We really took some money and really invested in
We
the
stole
equipment.
some money.
Yeah, we stole some money.
Not the stuff. We bought the stuff.
No, but we really invested. We really want to give you guys the sound that you deserve.
Yeah.
The sound of silence. No, just kidding.
That is what they deserve, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are really sorry for ruining your drawing evening or whatever you are doing at this very moment. But thank you.
And yeah.
Thank you
Big
so
thanks.
much for listening. This is so cool being back.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. And now we're going to be ranting, so.
Yes. Again, I mean, fuck. First episode back in business. We cannot
guess.
not rant.
Not rant.
You know what
That's
I mean?
true.
Yeah.
So why are we doing the podcast again?
I don't know. What else are we going to do? We need a chance to hang out every week.
Yeah, exactly. We need an excuse.
Yeah. No. Absolutely doing it because we love it
Yeah.
and love each other. And we are totally gay for each other.
Yep.
Always.
Totally gay.
Totally.
So homo.
Yes. But also to keep you guys company with whatever you're doing. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
if you are traveling, if you are just sitting at home being bored as fuck, drawing something or trying to draw something, or I don't know, late at work or
Mhm.
early at work. Fuck.
Exactly.
Whatever, wherever, even taking a shit. Like, we're there with you, holding your hand.
Yeah. So I think we've rebranded the podcast a little, haven't we?
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah. So the idea is that we are an art entertainment podcast now.
Yeah.
So we still have that artistic flair because that's what we work with.
Yeah, we cannot not have it.
Yeah. But I think we're mainly there to hold your hand while you like take a shit.
Yeah.
I guess that
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think-
sums it up,
I
right?
mean, that's the only time I listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So yeah, more emphasis on the entertainment rather than us trying to be these art gurus,
Yeah.
trying to like, I don't know, be profound and teach people things through voice.
No, because I think the problem with that is that it becomes repetitive.
Exactly.
Like at some point, like all the art podcasts that I've listened to, good and bad ones, like it doesn't matter. Eventually, you just keep coming back to the same thing. So we're thinking that we're going to be the entertainment in your ears while you do the work.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're going to learn something, you can listen to us
Yeah.
while you do it.
Yeah.
We'll like be there in your ears.
Yes.
Making you
I
dumber.
mean, we're not going to drop the whole art thing.
No,
like
no,
we
no,
said.
not at all.
It does
We're not
sound a
drop-
little bit like that, but just to really, keep calm. Don't
Yeah.
panic.
Yeah, exactly. Hands off the stop button,
Exactly.
motherfucker.
We're still going to talk art. We're still going to talk our experiences doing art and all
Yeah.
that shit. So,
So,
do not threat, my
exactly.
friends.
And today's topic, just to
Just to
segue into it.
Or maybe move on,
Yeah,
I
or
guess.
move on. Yeah, is that
The most epic of the epics.
exactly
Failure.
failing?
Yeah.
Yeah, failure,
Failing. Fail. Yeah. That,
Yeah, we
even that-
failed.
yeah, we failed that
we
one.
failed. This intro is a big failure.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
It's still epic.
oh no, dude, it's so awesome to be back, and it just feels like we never stopped.
No, sitting here doing this.
Because it's already been like 8 minutes or 9 minutes now, and we've just been blah, 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 blah. Welcome
Amazing.
to the Sketchbook Heroes podcast. So with no further ado,
Let's go!
fuck us! So step out of your comfort zones.
And into the
The
bathroom.
danger.
Fuck yeah. All right.
And we're back.
So we are back. Yes.
We are back, officially back from the platyplap.
From the platypla.
Platyplap.
Yes.
And remember that.
Remember the platypla. So we are back.
Mm-hmm.
And today's topic was failing.
Yep.
Failing. Na 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 na. Failing. Yeah, I actually don't know the song or the words to the song. So that was another epic fail.
Cool.
It's going to be filled with those.
So we're gonna share some of our experiences about failing or just not being in the groove of drawing and feeling like a failure, and then social media making you feel like a bigger failure,
Exactly.
and so on.
And I think the emphasis should
Be on Robert,
Yeah,
the
because-
biggest failure of us all.
Exactly. But like trying not to get too run down with failure and
Yeah,
using
yeah.
failure as a positive thing in your creative field or life, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, so at the moment I am in a bit of a drawing rut. I feel like everything I touch just becomes shit. I'm failing at everything I'm trying to do. At the moment, there is this thing called Inktober, and I'm feeling that pressure. We're gonna dive into that a little bit more later. So yeah, I am totally feeling all that shit, and that inspired, I think, a lot of this episode today.
That we totally wrote down.
Yeah, totally.
Shut up.
Somewhere.
Mental writing.
Yeah. But also just, again, trying to focus on the positive aspect of a failure and failing. Because, like Yoda said, that is the greatest teacher, failure is. It's the,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
it's from the worst Star Wars movie. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I don't know it. Yodes.
Yes.
The fuck, man?
Yeah. All right. So, failing, Ilias.
I'm not failing.
How are
it.
you failing?
I'm not failing right now. I'm so good at
Not
everything
failing
I
it?
do. No, I'm not failing. No. I'm actually at the opposite side of that spectrum right now. And I think it's just because I'm drawing the same thing over and over and then adding a little twist, like or a little problem that I call it. I draw the same thing for Inktober,
Mm-hmm.
and then I do the link thing that I'm doing, and then I'm adding a new problem, like a waterfall, like
That looked
a
great, though.
fucking
I love that.
rock, whatever it is.
The rocks fuck?
Yeah, the rocks fuck.
Oh, yeah?
And I keep adding stuff to that and just trying to progress, like composition-wise. And I'm doing this all in ink, so there's a lot of failure. I've failed one drawing totally.
Happy
I
accidents.
failed. No, that one is just I can't save it. But the other ones have a lot of that happy accident. I do mistakes all the time, because I'm drawing with a calligraphy brush that is flat. So, I can do details, but if I just turn it a bit, a lot of ink pours out,
Yeah.
and then I'm fucked. So, what I'm trying to learn now, for example, that I'm struggling with is drawing Link from the front. Because I've been doing these, shots from the back where he's, going somewhere and traveling across Hyrule. And it's super tricky to get that same feeling if I turn him around.
Yeah, of
Then
course.
it doesn't feel like he's traveling. He gets so up close and personal, and the size that I'm drawing is an A5, so it's very small. So.
Yeah.
But I do tons of mistakes. So yeah.
But that's how you learn. And I
No,
mean,
definitely.
because I remember the first time you did one of these,
Mm-hmm.
or I think the first one was probably a Link-ish one.
Yeah.
First or
No.
second
It was
one
just
that you ever did.
trees.
But just
Yeah.
seeing the progression from that to where you are
Mhm.
now and how fast you produce these
Mm-hmm.
is so impressive. I'm so inspired seeing it, which fuels my anger because I can't create shit. I'm just so frustrated. But it's really funny because just thinking back, and it hit me now, but the
Mhm.
first episode we did was an art block
Yeah,
episode.
yeah. So this
And now this is the
sort of-
reboot.
Yeah.
And we're kind of back
But
again.
approaching it from the feeling like a failure
Yeah,
rather
yeah.
than art
Oh,
block,
art block,
in
yeah.
that sense of the word, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and the most horrible thing about this is, in my line of work as a tattoo
Oh,
artist,
shit, yeah.
when you feel like you fail, that's a really sucky feeling because it's not just you, it's on somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the work is still good. It still looks good. But in my brain, I can't get past feeling like I totally failed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I could have done that better. Or I do that with everything I do. I
Everything,
think
yeah.
everybody does. But it's just now it's so extremely apparent and it hits me straight away.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no creeping feeling anymore. It's just BAM! It's fucking right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And I'm like, God. Yeah, so it's weird because I feel like I've had 1.5 years of vacation, but now I feel like I need vacation. Like, I'm so fucking tired all the time. I just want to like chill out a bit, get my inspiration back, get back on track, and then start working.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm in the thick of it. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
gotta,
like
keep-
work and everything. Yeah, you
keep
can't
pushing.
pause work.
no,
Yeah.
no. If I don't work, I don't make money. You know, it's
Mhm.
like I don't have any vacation time or shit. But yeah, all right. So that sounds very depressing. That's, but yeah, so I think I hope at least a lot of you people out there have failed many times and are keep progressing. You already know what we're talking about, hopefully.
Yeah.
But for you people that might feel like you're totally stuck and you want to give up straight away, don't. So normally what happens, and I know we've talked about this in previous episodes, and if you're new to the podcast, we do have over 60 episodes just waiting for you, so congratulations. Normally what happens is when you feel like you're failing all the time and you're just producing shit work according to you, that's normally when you are about to level up.
Pivot.
Pivot!
Yeah, pivot.
Pivot! Friends, Ross, yeah. So yeah, that's normally when you progress, you become better. It's because your brain is like just seeing all the old stuff you've done as that's not what we do anymore. Now we're becoming Phoenix, rising from the failure. Yes,
You gotta rise again.
like a penis.
Just like a penis.
Yeah, even then, if you're failing at the
Remember,
penis
you're
rising,
always a penis.
yes,
So,
you can always rise again.
there's a pill for that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so hopefully you know what I mean. Just stick it out a little bit longer,
Yeah.
keep pushing, don't give up. Never give up. Like that is the key to becoming any good artist or good at anything that you do.
Exactly. And I think we've said it before. Never stop. Never stopping.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah. But yeah, so that is, I guess, the moral of the whole story. Kind of wrapped it up real quick there.
But how do you feel? Because even when I suck, I know I'm good. You know what I mean? Like
oh yeah.
I'm a pretty good artist, and I trust in what I like the process of what I do. So the thing is, like even on my sucky days, it just doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
But I know that like people will still like my work. I just personally won't
Yeah.
like it.
But that's,
You know,
I think that's how I feel when I'm feeling good as well.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I think I'm a little bit more sensitive than you are in like as a person in general. So like something like me now feeling like I'm a failure is a big deal in me. But if the roles were reversed, I think
yeah.
you'd be a little bit more chill with it. Yeah, no, of course I know that I'm at this level
Yeah.
and like I can draw the fuck out of any portrait. Like I
Yeah,
can do
exactly.
that.
But it's like
But
not
I'm
satisfying, yeah.
sick of it. I want to do something new. I don't know what that new thing is. Like I need to evolve, and then I try to draw my portraits, but I think they look like shit and yada yada yada. You know that down it goes in the drain. Like it's like this weird depression spiral just keeps.
But do you feel like it is depression? You know what I mean? Like that strong of an emotion?
No, not at all that strong. But like the tendency is there. Like the beginning part of any depression is like when you start feeling the tingle of shittiness or whatever. Like that, I have that. It's not going any further.
Okay.
Hopefully, I'll get out of this rut soon. But yeah, right now it's fine. I just feel like I need more time to get inspired and sit down and actually create stuff that is for me and not for somebody else or clients or something. But I mean, I've just moved back. We're still like trying to fix up the apartment, so it's a lot of things
lot
that
of
are
stuff,
up and
yeah.
down.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't feel like
Pausing to
no,
draw.
no,
just
exactly.
taking
When
a
I
break,
pause,
yeah.
I just want to watch Netflix and chill. Like really, just chill the fuck out.
But I'm thinking, is there something like when I draw these like simple images right now, it's so satisfying because I can just like no matter what I choose to do with them, like sure, Link is the same, but everything else in those images, like even if I draw the same trees, whatever I do, every time I do them, I feel like I do them a little better. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's just that, like, when you see them, it's basically the same thing in a different place. But then I do something with the rock, and I'm like, oh, I can do that. Then I start doing that and exploring it. And then I add a little, like, lake or a little something. And that is so satisfying. It's way more satisfying than, like, rendering, like, a new piece that everyone loves. Now, these are doing fine. Like,
Yeah.
they're doing way better. My Instagram has been dead, and now it's doing really well because, I don't know, I'm finding the passion in these little sketches. And what I love about doing them is that it's so fast.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to spend hours. I always have, like, half an hour to and from work. And all these link images are just, like, they're either on my way to work, I do one, and then I do another one on my way home, or I fix it up a little, like, you know, take some time, think through some stuff. Because usually I just have music in, and then I just, like, explore. I sketch a couple of them, like I do a couple of composition things on the side of the same page, and then I sketch maybe 1.5 page. So both the sketches on the side and the drawing meet. So, like, it's super messy.
But I love that.
But
It adds an extra little thing
Yeah.
to the overall piece, which I think is awesome, really. Because then you can see the thought process also.
Exactly, and it's
not
all
just
in the one place. And it's
Yeah.
not about selling these pieces. It's about learning. Because what I wrote, because both these Purpur sketchbooks, what I've done, the mistake with both of the earlier ones that are completed is that both took 2 years each to finish or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe more. Like, the thing is, one of them, I think it's like from 2014 to last year. And that's 4 years. But it's like I didn't work in just that one.
No.
But the problem was I was trying to make it an art book thing. So for this new sketchbook, I just said I'm just going to be braver, experiment more, and just make mistakes. Like, don't give a fuck. And now I've drawn, I think it's like, I don't know, 10 pages in 7 days or whatever the fuck it is.
That's impressive.
It's a lot of pages,
Yeah, man.
So that feels really good, and I've already failed one page as well, so maybe it's 11 or 12 pages. When I was trying to draw Link on a boat. I just failed at everything. I was like, fuck. But it's fine. I learned some stuff through that failure, and the next time I do it, I know some things to avoid and some things to do better.
But you're also doing this with just ink. Like,
Just
you're
ink,
not,
yeah,
you're
I'm
not
not
sketching anything.
The only pre-sketch I do is with those same inks on the side. And usually I just need an idea of like, oh, Link is walking towards a waterfall, or Link is walking through this pass of rocks.
No, but they are looking really cool, and I can't wait to see how it's going to progress. Because it's almost
have
like
no
a
idea.
little story following,
Yeah.
Link throughout this landscape that you're creating.
That's why I want to do
And
it
it's so
frontal.
cool.
Yeah.
It's because I think a lot of people, me included, would be like, I'd get worried that people would get sick of seeing the same
So
thing.
did I, but then I thought, it's my fucking account. It's my art. Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, but that's how you have to think
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
But
Like,
it's hard. It's really
have you
hard.
given up on Instagram, like, mentally?
Yeah.
Because I have totally.
Yeah.
I've just
no,
let it
the
go.
thing is, I do it, but I don't follow my likes. I respond to everyone. Like, I still treat Instagram the same way I did before. I just don't give a fuck about the algorithm.
Yeah.
I use the same hashtags now that I've always done. Like, I copy paste
Yeah.
and I post, and that's it. And then I reply to the comments that come from people that I enjoy talking to. Like, who you guys are.
Thank
And
you.
yeah. So all the recurring like comments and stuff, like the people that comment, I always respond. I try to respond like the first half hour. Like when I post, I try to be there that first like half hour. So I try not to post when I'm busy. And then I just keep going from there. So yeah.
Cool.
And that works, and it's been really good now with Inktober. I think just because Inktober, the hashtag is
It's
active.
Yeah.
Active hashtags is awesome.
It's funny. This year it feels like every single one of my friends that are like just a little bit interested in drawing, or all the way up to a full-blown illustrator.
Yeah.
Every single person is doing Inktober this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everyone
Oh, shit. Yeah.
except
no.
me.
Okay, no. I've seen
That's
tons
why-
of people not do it.
I think that's why I'm feeling that pressure as well. Like
Yeah.
even more now than I would like last year or
Mhm.
something. It's just, yeah, fuck. I put too much pressure on myself.
Yeah, but I think social media has that effect on us. Like, whether we want to or not, it feels like you just like scroll through your feed or just see cool art.
Yeah.
And it feels like, oh shit, that person is so creative, but you're watching several artists. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're watching through like there's no way you can compete with thousands and thousands of artists
Hell no.
because you're just getting like, oh, this thing and this thing and this thing, and it feels like everyone's being creative except you.
Yeah. That's exactly
But
what
it's
it feels like.
one creative thing from that artist. It's
Yeah.
one creative thing from that artist, and
But that's how I get that feeling of failure, or like
Yeah.
the fear of failure, I guess. Because I see your stuff, it's awesome. I see everybody else's stuff, even the simplest thing that somebody puts out still looks like 100 times better than what I'm trying to produce, or that's what I feel.
Yeah.
Like if I posted it, it'd still get the likes, it'd still get all that, but I just don't feel happy with it, and I wanna. I don't know. I think I put a lot of pressure on myself because now I'm back. Like I want to come back with a bang, and like Inktober was the perfect sort of stepping stone to get back into business again. And I don't know.
And you
You know, I
did.
hyped
Yeah.
it up too much in my
Yeah,
brain,
yeah, exactly.
and bleh, you know.
Yep.
Mwah, mwah,
Hey, you're talking to the guy that
mwah,
failed
mwah.
every single one. I think the highest I've gone historically is 18.
Mm.
I did 19, but I never posted it, so I don't count it, and it was shit. So I think that this year I have the right approach. Like I'm doing these like same thing, but with a twist every day.
Yeah,
A little problem is introduced, solve it.
I love that.
So
Yeah, I started following, I think his name is Matt also, and he's an Australian artist, and he does a lot of skulls and samurai, or samurai skulls. Like
Yeah.
that's all he does, and he's got a Patreon. He's got like, when I started following him, he didn't have all that many followers, like a couple of thousand, and now he's up to, I think over 30. Like something happened, but he's only doing his thing. He's only
Yeah.
drawing skulls with samurai like helmets and stuff.
yeah.
It's awesome. It looks really cool. But he's just like you. He's like slowly but surely tweaking it and like just expanding it and doing more and more and more and more and more. And
That wasn't me.
Oh my
Oh
God.
shit! I thought it was spilling over.
What's in the can? What's in the can? Yeah. But yeah, so like I think that's a really good approach, and I would love to do that myself with something.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna do that with like the Geotrash, my tattoo
Dude,
style.
I think that's perfect. Like anything that you're comfortable with, start from your comfort zone and then just introduce one thing every day. Like if it takes you an hour to draw the base, then just move, like do something, like find a way to express yourself fast
Yeah.
and then just add to it. So
But I'm slow with pretty much everything I do. Like,
except
I like-
portraits, dude. Fuck that.
Yeah, but now I am again, because now I haven't done portraits in a really, really long time. So it's just like every other exercise you do. You need to keep it up. So, but yeah, okay. So let's just focus a little bit more on the failing part. Do you have an epic art fail that you've done for a client that like, or something like a
Like,
bit
on
high?
a personal level, yes, but no,
No, nothing for like a job or
Nope.
something.
No, I missed one deadline for Procreate because of
Oh, shit.
Australian time.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, no, never.
No, but I mean,
Like,
like,
when you-
not maybe missing a deadline so much, but
No,
like
but
creating
art-
something that you think.
oh yeah, definitely
this is
for
the worst
Procreate.
fucking-
That drawing that was late, I hated it. Yeah, I just found it on my daughter got that old iPad that I was using, and I found that drawing. It's so bad, like for me personally. I just hate it. Just when I see it, I just want to
Yeah.
fuck this. But I got paid, and they were satisfied. So
That's
we
the
are good.
thing. Like that's what it
That's-
all comes down to.
I
in
think
the
so.
end.
I think so. Like you just like you don't have to like it as long as they love it. You're
Exactly.
good.
And I think that's a really important lesson to just always have in your head to never get too attached with anything you do.
Yeah, especially for others.
Yes.
As long as they give you like, oh yeah, it's the best,
Exactly.
then you're good.
Yeah. I mean, in the tattoo business, you wouldn't get anywhere. Like, you wouldn't be able to do anything if you were like that. You need to always be able to, give some leeway, I guess, or
Yeah.
whatever, because it's the client's idea. But, like, even if I love the idea so much and I want to do my own thing, sometimes they don't want that. They want
Yeah.
it looking exactly like that thing they brought in or whatever it is. So that's helped me a lot with like the not giving a fuck thing, which is weird why I'm so stuck right now. Like, because I normally don't get this stuck. I
Yeah.
keep getting back to my own head, but yeah, no, I think everything that I've delivered for a job, like
yeah.
it's always been like, oh fuck, I wish I had like 2 more days to do this and that.
Because
or-
you start on the last day.
well, yes, maybe that.
If I only had another day.
That's actually not true, because the last job I did, I started the day after the deadline. Sorry about that, Karina. I had totally missed. So I get like a chunk of books to draw covers for.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, deadline for this one, this
Oh,
date,
okay,
deadline
okay,
for this
okay,
one,
okay,
this.
yeah.
So I get like 4 months ahead or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sure, like I was 100% certain that the next one was in November.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, no.
Of course.
There
it
was
wasn't.
one in
Yeah.
between. So yeah, I missed the October one. And they wrote me the day after, like, hey, so how's it going?
Oops.
Like, what?
Oh shit.
So yeah, so that had to be, I just worked like pretty much the whole afternoon. I did, actually, that's the first one I did all digital as well, just to save time. And it came out looking pretty good. Like, if you compare it to the other ones, it looks almost the same. I just took a
That's
picture
awesome.
of the paper I use, and then I drew on on the iPad.
But do you send them? Usually, do you do it like half and half?
Yeah, normally I draw it as much traditionally as I can, just my normal way of doing like Copics
Yeah.
on a Strathmore gray tone 180 gram paper.
Mm-hmm.
And just so I have like a physical copy of it in
Yeah.
case, one
Shit
day in the
happens.
future I would become super famous.
Ah,
Now I actually have physical copies of those covers that I drew that one time for that Modesty magazine.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was the whole idea of it. But now it's like I actually don't know where my scanner is. Like, yeah.
How the fuck do you not know where the scanner is,
Dude,
Like,
have you seen my shed? It's not a shed, but
in your house in a while.
what would you call it? Storage room.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Storage
storage.
facility, yeah.
It's oh man, and it just got extremely filled up today, because we got new furniture, so we moved a lot of stuff.
I was like, why did you move your stuff? Yeah, because people were renting the apartment.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
now everything makes sense.
now it's
again.
my apartment again, or
Yeah.
mine and Anna's. She
Good thing
knows.
about Anna is that
We'll get to
it's-
her.
yeah,
we'll
it's been
get
2
to her
years.
eventually. Hi, Anna. Love you, honey.
for anyone who doesn't know about that,
Check
that's
the previous
check
episodes.
some old episodes out. You'll notice about the point where Robert meets
The shift.
Anna. Yeah, the shift. The great thing about Anna, did I tell you about Anna? Like, yes, like a million times during this episode.
I didn't care.
Yeah, that was.
Everybody needs to know.
Yeah. I told you about Anna.
No,
Yeah, it was fun though.
we're
No.
doing great, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes, thank
Awesome.
you. We just hung out yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Robert was at my place.
Yeah, your kids held a like welcome home party for me.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it was your birthday or anything.
No, that doesn't
I
count.
felt so bad. I'm like, fuck. I thought we were coming to your house to sort of have like a little birthday celebration
Not at
thing,
all.
but it was just like full blown welcome back to
Yeah,
Sweden.
yeah.
I'm like, no, we're having cake because
Lord.
Ilias had his birthday. Like he's
no,
old
no,
now.
No.
He's old as me.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly. Now
we
we're
are old.
equally old.
Yes, I think we have like an equal amount of gray hairs in our beard too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have it on my chest hair as well.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Fuck, I haven't even checked. I'm afraid to look at my chest. It'll just disappoint me.
Chest.
More
you have failed me.
More
for the
failure.
last- Everything.
So, how do you utilize failure and make it into a positive or a good thing?
I don't know. Like I think over time, I've just gotten to accept that what goes up must come down, and vice versa.
It always does.
Yeah.
Like it's really funny that way, but
Yeah, and you just learn to trust that. So when it comes to professional work, I don't really need to be in the mood.
no,
That's the thing. Professional work just happens.
it's work.
It's just work. It's
You
just
need
like draw helmet. I don't need to have inspiration. You know, like I don't need to feel it. I don't need to do anything. There's a fucking brief.
Yeah, you just
And if there
create.
isn't a brief, you just ask a lot of questions until you make a brief.
Yeah.
And
Message.
usually no, but the thing is, like, usually they're like, oh, we want something that says summer, and you're like, okay, that's vague, and then you just keep asking questions like, what are we talking here? Flowers, sun, beach? You just keep asking. They're like, no, not flowers, and then the beach. It's this thing, it's that thing, and then eventually you have a scene.
And then
Whatever.
it turns out they wanted fall, not summer.
Yeah, exactly. And then you ask so many questions that summer just
Summer
passed by.
yeah.
No, but the thing is, work usually just like, if you know how to draw, just do the brief.
Yeah. You need to trust yourself, like and your skills. Like they've hired you for a reason. Don't
Yeah,
don't second guess yourself all the time.
No.
Just be happy they chose you and do the work. Like it's pretty straightforward.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And when it comes to personal work, I think that's where the problem starts, because you
Yeah.
want to be original, you want to be creative, you want to be da-da-da.
Yeah,
blah, blah,
like,
you just do too many things.
How
like,
will people see me on Instagram? Like, yeah.
Oh, man,
I
yeah.
need to be that original.
And also, I think the problem with a lot of beginning artists is that you want to be seen on Instagram. Like, learn how to draw, then
yeah, exactly.
Instagram.
There's a certain ladder you need to start
I feel
climbing,
so.
you
I
know?
feel
you
so.
can't just jump up to the top part of the ladder when you first pick up a pen.
Exactly. And I think that as a beginning artist, I'm not saying don't use Instagram,
Of course not. No.
but I'm saying don't try to chase, like, because a lot of people write to me on Instagram and they say, like, oh, could you please check out my work because I want you to follow me, pretty much. They don't really want me to check their work, because then they would have been specific. They just want people to check their stuff out
yeah,
and then hopefully follow them, which is a shitty way of approaching anyone. I would say focus on just getting better, and then talk to people at your level and around the same follower count. So if you have 100 followers, talk to other people with 100 followers in your style.
yeah,
Or like not in your style, but in your level, like where you're at. Like a little better, a little whatever your preference is, you know, like art is so different. I'm just saying, like, talk to people that are where you are. Because I think you can help each other develop. You can, like me and Robert, I see us as equal, and then Robert is better at some stuff, I'm better at other stuff.
yeah,
And we have, you know, like similar following counts, and we help each other, and we talk to other people that move in the same, you know,
yeah, yeah. We
sort of skill level, up or down. That doesn't matter. Like some are way better than us, some are like
most.
yes, most.
But
But the
yeah,
thing
yeah.
is, I don't go around talking to people that have 200,000 followers. Like, hey, bro, you should follow me. Check my art out. I don't do that. Like, I don't need that.
No.
I just talk to the people that I like to talk to and that are actually approachable. So if you approach an artist with a lot of followers and you start like, oh, cool. Could you please go and check out my stuff? Why would they? They get a million of those requests.
Yeah,
So talk to the people that are at the same level as you, art-wise and Instagram-wise, because it'll benefit you more.
yeah,
I think that's... So focus mainly on your art, though.
yeah.
Because if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just
yeah.
spend time... Because it's easy to get trapped on Instagram, and then you'll forever be a failure. You know what I mean? Like, because you want to achieve something, you want to achieve it through Instagram.
Let me ask you something, and I don't know if this happened on this side of the planet or only on my side of the planet, but when during, I think, the last half year I was in Sydney, Instagram stopped showing likes.
No, that's not here.
They
Like,
didn't have that here?
No,
That was
it was
really
talked
good.
about.
It was really good. I
Yeah.
loved it. It was such, like, the pressure just disappeared.
Because you
Not
can't
that I'm not
compare. Yeah,
exactly.
you
I
can't
didn't really
compare.
have any pressure going into it.
Yeah,
Because
but
again, I've really Instagram for me is like I just
fuck
post
it, yeah, and
when
then
I
you
have
move
something to
on.
post.
Yeah.
There's no stress at all about it. But that was such a good thing, and I came back here and I thought, oh, they switched back or like they stopped. But no, apparently.
No, it is. Yeah, they're testing it in parts of the world.
Oh,
like,
okay.
in some parts.
All right. Yeah, because that's
So, yeah.
I heard somebody said that, and I wasn't sure what was going on. And
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, no. So the last half year, I haven't been able to see any likes.
Cool.
So that's been really awesome. So people have been commenting more and more active that way.
Okay, cool.
So
Yeah, I wonder what the impact would be of that.
I think more people following more people, just
Maybe.
because like you stop looking at the number instead of the actual picture. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Some people just get stuck
But I
on
never.
that.
But I never check people's numbers.
No, I know, but people do.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Morons.
It's
Why would you? Like, if it's cool,
lamb
I'll
to a
look.
slaughterhouse syndrome, I call it. You just follow like, 2,000 people have liked this picture, then I'm liking it too.
What?
Yeah, it's like the
I've
Instagram brainwashing
I
mentality.
don't know. I've never followed that.
It's scary. People are weird.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So I'm hoping that's going to come,
Yeah, it might.
like become a thing here, or maybe that you can choose to show likes would be really
Yeah,
nice.
we'll see what Instagram sort of measures.
Like, yeah, what the
if
outcome is.
yeah, engagement and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, are people going to use the platform more, less?
Mm.
Because if it's less, I don't think they're going to.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. And I would almost guess that for like up and coming artists or
Mhm.
new people in, they want the likes. So for them, not having the
Mm.
likes would be a disencouragement.
Yeah, but you see your own likes. That's the thing.
Yeah, you go in, you click on it, and then you can see.
Oh, really? You have to click to
Yeah.
see your own likes as
Yes,
well.
yes.
Ah, I thought you could see on your own post, but not on others.
You get the likes like normally in the
yeah, in the
like
feed.
feed.
Yeah. Yeah.
But to actually see the likes, you need to click on it.
Ah.
So that it was really nice. Actually, it was like a breath of fresh air in the
Cool.
whole
Yeah.
buzz of the thing.
Oh man, I'm so in balance with Instagram right now.
Oh,
I
yeah?
don't care. Yeah.
Sweet.
Like I have the thing that I do, and I just do that. But
Yeah.
the thing is, I don't care. I'm gonna draw the things that I enjoy drawing, and then I'm just gonna move on because it's not worth the time
Exactly.
investment. You know?
Exactly.
Like I could be drawing.
That's it.
So I think,
That's the moral of the whole fucking thing.
yeah, I think so. I think so. I know that a lot of people have unfollowed like everyone,
Just
and just
Rebooted, like-
yeah,
like
And
you
then-
did, pretty much.
Yeah, I started a new account. Was that before? Yeah, that was. Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, I had 11.6 thousand followers, and then I scratched that account, and then I started an entirely new one. And the amount, you won't believe it, that followed me over was 1,000 people
It's
out
so
of
cool.
11,000.
But
That's not a lot of people.
No, but that's like, I think normal because that's the reach you have.
Yeah.
But then, yeah,
But it started off really good, and then sort of died out once I couldn't be able to like post all the time.
Yeah, that's the
and
thing.
some old stuff I didn't want to post on the new one. I was like, fuck that.
yeah. But no, I thought that was really ballsy of you.
Yeah.
Just to fucking like, no, screw all this. I'm just gonna do this all over again. I want people to actually follow me
The
for
one to
the
follow
stuff
me. Yeah,
that,
yeah,
I,
that
do,
I do. Yeah.
not just like I don't know bots or whatever.
Yeah, whatever the fuck is on that.
Because I know
account
like
or-
98% of my followers are just that. Like you can tell by the way that people interact with the stuff that I post as well.
Okay. Yeah.
there's not a lot of human activity.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, but for you that actually do like and follow me, then I just love you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it so much. And there's obviously more focus on the tattoo one more now that I'm like trying to push the tattoo business after coming back.
That's a problem I'm seeing as well, is when I run more accounts than one, I do worse on all of them.
Yeah. I have like different periods, so I
Yeah.
go like
so
I
do
have the art one, and then like I have that for maybe a month, and I keep posting, and it's going really good, and then I get like a really good fun job with the tattoo thing, and then that sort of brings in new really fun tattoo work, and then I have to post that, and then the art one disappears, and it's just back and forth we go. It's like this.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see that.
But it's right now it's sort of an even slope, slowly dying down. It's just like, yeah. But again, bear with me. I will be back. But right now I need to focus on life. Fuck.
Yeah. No, but I think that is an important lesson as well. When you feel like you're failing and stuff, sometimes it's just good to take a break just to long for it.
Yeah.
Because
it is fun when you're doing it.
Oh, it's so much fun. Yeah.
But when you're doing it, it sucks. Like it's such a weird thing. Or at least for me, like I keep hating it. I hate that it's a thing and you have to do it, especially like cuz I think the Instagram account probably brings in 70% of my tattoo business. And that's it might even be more.
That is
so
true.
I am dependent on the Instagram, Instagram.
So, if you want to get a tattoo, where can they reach you, Robert?
Not on Instagram. No, you can find me on Instagram, tattoos by Rob, but it's underscore. So tattoos underscore by underscore Rob, R-O-B, or Robert Ekblom Art, if you want to see the artsy stuff that I do.
And I'm using Elias Patlis.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So it's so much better.
That's Sketchbook Heroes.
Oh, yeah. And then at Sketchbook Heroes as well.
Yes, of course.
Which is always easy to handle because we haven't posted shit.
But we are now.
We are now.
Or
yeah.
stories. At least.
Stories, yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to build a little bit of a buzz. Just coming back into it.
And we have no idea when to release this episode because we didn't ask Max.
No, we didn't.
So Max is the guy
Fuck.
one of the guys that runs Underverket, where we record.
The good guy. Good beard.
Good beard.
Yeah.
Good chest hair.
Good set of hair.
Good set of hair.
Dependable. Hairy.
We love you, dude.
Yeah. Thank you, Max.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right.
So other things about failure.
I don't think we have to like keep pushing the failure thing that much.
I'm just thinking if
We
there
can-
are any last thoughts
Yeah.
to tie this sack together.
So again, I think for me, failure is something that is necessary. Like you need to fail at as much as you can in order to become the beautiful butterfly that you're supposed to be, or better at the stuff you do. Like seriously, like I did the whole Yoda thing, but in all honesty, I think I've learned more because of all the failures I've done throughout my life than I have having been taught by all of these amazing people that I know.
Yeah.
Just failing it's an immediate lesson that you learn. Like when you fail something, you're not going to do it again because it sucks. You don't want to fucking do that again. You don't want to relive that shit. So a failure is an immediate win in my head.
If you learn from it.
If you learn, you need to have that mindset though. And again, it is that spiral, and it's like it can take you to a very, very fucking dark place if you let it. Try not to let it.
But I think that comes with maturity as well.
Of course.
Or I think it's a mental state as well. Like the way that you react to life. Let's say that like you stub your toe in the morning when you wake up on the kitchen table. Then you miss the train.
Yeah.
Then you know, like whatever. Like
Yeah.
some guy bumps into you, you spill your morning coffee, you just keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way you choose to sort of react to all these have happened, all those three things.
Yeah, me too. That's why I'm laughing.
on the
Like,
same day. And it's the way you choose to live or like to handle the
Yeah.
rest of that day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you could let that stub toe affect you. It's the way you choose to approach it. I that day specifically, I started off really like the first half of the day was shit, and I think we recorded the podcast on the latter day.
Of course.
So it's the way that you choose to, like, you're allowed to be upset. You're allowed to be angry, but do you want to be that the rest of your day? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I normally go by the whole fake it till you make it thing, and I know I've said it before, but it works. Like in my line of business, it's a necessity because I can't have a bad day if somebody comes in. They're super stoked to get a tattoo. It might be their first tattoo. If I have a shitty day and like project that out and make the whole session shitty, they're going to hate my guts. They're going to tell all their friends. It's going to be the shittiest thing ever.
Yeah.
So I need to just psych myself into being the happiest fucking dude ever.
But I think that works.
It
Like,
does.
fake smiling and all that
Yeah.
shit. Your body doesn't know. Like, oh yeah, fake smiling. No, it's just the smile.
Yeah.
Like it's the same type of muscles. Like
It
you
is.
fake it or not.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter. Like
And it's
your
going
body
to
reads
just slowly turn your brain and make you a little bit more happy and then happier, happy. Yeah. It's super strange, but it works. But yeah, you can't have a bad day in a tattoo business. So why should you have a bad day any other day? Fuck it, you know? I think both you and I, we've been like honey badgers, as I call it now.
What the fuck? I'm not.
You know, have you seen the honey badger
No.
clip? No?
No.
It's the best thing. For everybody that's watching, listening, if you don't know what a honey badger is, there's an awesome clip on YouTube with an awesome narration explaining the honey badger. It's sort of like a Wolverine-ish type animal that it's just an unstoppable beast, and it just does not give a fuck about anything. So whenever I have that in my head, I'm like, yeah, honey badger it.
You should tattoo that on your.
I should,
somewhere.
actually. I really should.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, not giving a fuck is now, Robert is coining it,
Yeah.
honey badger. Not giving a fuck.
You should write you should write honey badger never stop never stopping. Just or look,
Dude, if you see the
Tattoo-
clip, seriously, that's so perfect. That's so
hey,
perfect.
tattoo the honey badger and then write that underneath. You're good.
I have to tell you, like, the coolest thing. So it eats cobras.
Oh, it's that fucker.
Yeah.
Okay, now I know.
So
which
like
one
it gets bitten by the cobra
Mm-hmm.
and it kills the cobra while they're like wrestling around. But it's been bitten by a fucking cobra. It's gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
So just the cobra sort of dies, and then it's like it started to eat the cobra, and then it just passes out because
Yeah, the
cobra
poison,
venom.
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's dead. But no, it's just fucking sleeping a bit, and then it wakes up like half an hour later and just keeps eating the fucking snake, like nothing
a
ever
boss.
happened. Yeah, honey badger, so good. Honey badger don't give a shit.
the moral of this story is be a honey
Be
badger.
a fucking honey badger. Yes, embrace the failure.
Yeah,
be a honey
I
badger.
think that's it. Like
Yeah.
embrace the failure. Like,
That's
there's nothing you can do about whatever has been. So just like learn from that and then just do better next
exactly.
time. Feelings, fuck you.
Yeah.
Moving on. So, I guess we're on the tools segment.
Yeah,
Cool.
I guess.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So I'll jump into mine because you already touched on yours, and then we'll touch
No,
back
just
on
kidding.
yours.
Yeah, let's touch mine.
So obviously Inktober now.
Yeah.
So I got an iPad.
So,
No, my I've been drawing with my Wacom companion forever, it feels, and just maybe 8 months ago or something, it really started dying on me. So it started giving up, and that was around the time I started getting a lot of work in the tattoo shop in Sydney. So I needed something to draw fast digitally,
Mhm.
and yeah, everybody was drawing on the iPad. The new iPad had just come out, so I was just like, fuck it. All right.
Which size did you buy?
I bought the A4 size, which is
12.9
the
inches?
the bigger
the biggest one.
Yeah. I was gonna get the smaller one first, but I figured, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I am so fucking happy I got it. Oh, my god. Yes. Oh my god.
Chandler.
But seriously, it's so good. It's so good. And at the time, I was still in school. So
Yeah.
I needed something for school, I needed something for home, and I needed for work. And I have, Apple phone, Apple computer, everything is Apple. I eat apples. It's just like, so it was just like, why the fuck didn't I have that, a million years ago? But it's because of the new pen, like the Apple Pen, what's it called, version 2 or
I have
second
no
generation. Yeah.
Apple Pencil 2.
Yes.
I don't know.
It's the most genius thing ever. So it's magnetically sticks onto your iPad and charges the pen while it sticks. It actually sticks really, really well.
What, you don't like the old one where you put it in the charger?
No,
and
I don't.
It sticks out like a motherfucker, and then people on the train bump into it?
Yeah.
You don't like that?
No, that's why.
No?
That was like one of
What
the main reasons why I didn't want to get it, because I hated that charging solution. Like,
You're charging my iPad, boy.
yes.
Yeah, I'm going to buy the new one as well.
Yeah.
But I think I'm
And
going to
the-
wait for another one.
But yeah, you should, because it's
Feels
coming
like
out
it's
like
coming
tomorrow,
out. Yeah,
probably.
it feels like there's one around the corner.
No, but just the pen in itself is really nice. It's got one flat surface, obviously, to be able to stick to the iPad itself.
Yeah.
But I love that because it just gives that little bit of extra grip,
Yeah.
for me at least. I know a lot of people buy like extra grips and stuff to put on their pens.
Yeah, but you don't need it for this one because
No.
it has a flat side. It's not like mine, like
No.
a perfect cylinder
Exactly.
body, and it just rolls off every surface that
No.
not like perfectly
That was
straight.
the next
Yeah.
point I had with it. It's just like, it stays on the table.
Mhm.
But you're not going to put it on the table because you always have it on your
Your
pad.
iPad, yeah,
so
because
it's,
it
it's always
attaches, yeah.
100%. And
They stole that from the Microsoft Surface.
Oh, yeah?
yeah, because it has the magnetic.
That's right.
Yeah.
But that was a genius move, obviously. And then, I mean, the iPad itself is so fast, so easy to use. You know everything already. The only thing is you don't have any buttons on it, pretty much, like
Oh,
on the
yeah, you
actual
don't.
screen.
Yeah.
Which, like, I feel really old now, but I miss at least one button.
Loser.
So, like, when I do stuff, I'm like, how the fuck do I do this? Like, I didn't even know how to turn off the iPad. Like, it was, yeah. He had to show me in the store.
Cramps.
Yeah. But all of that learned, it's all good.
Badass.
And I really, really
What are you
love it.
drawing? Procreate or?
Procreate, 100%. Yeah, that was the first thing I bought. I got it in the store. Like, I started the the device just to see that everything worked. Downloaded Procreate straight away, just paid for it. Like, and
Oh, it's so
then-
worth it. Like,
yeah.
the cool thing is, I'm a beta tester for Procreate 5, and you can control each individual canvas that you create. You can set all those things up
Oh, yeah.
for those. Yeah.
Perfect.
So you can choose like, I want this one in studio quality with this,
Oh,
that.
shit.
Yeah. So it has like specific
Oh,
settings
nice. So they're catering more to the
for everyone. Like they even brought in
videos.
CMYK now.
No way.
Yep.
Fuck.
So you can actually
Genius.
just draw straight in CMYK if you know you're going to print something.
Yeah. Because that's
pretty sweet.
obviously I normally delivers in CMYK because of the printing of the book covers.
Yeah.
But damn,
But
that's
even
awesome.
they're using sRGB as well, so that's pretty good for printing. My Zelda prints came out awesome.
Yes, they did. Sorry, mouthful of beer.
Oh shit! Yeah, I should have probably talked about that at some point. But
That's
next
the
time.
thing. We're saving stuff.
But
We
there's
have-
no point in saving
No.
Comic Con. Like
But the prints.
bass.
The prints.
Yeah.
That was a whole different thing.
Yeah,
Like,
that was good.
they looked amazing. They really, really did.
Mhm.
I was super sad you didn't have one at home.
I do have one at home.
You didn't show the one at home. I wanted to show
Oh no,
Hannah.
I have it at the office. I
Yeah,
haven't taken
that-
it home
that's not
because I'm
home.
thinking if I should sell that last one as well, or not.
I reckon sell it.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
it.
what I thought.
What
as
are you
well.
gonna What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know.
Look at it again.
Yeah, like a lot.
It's your art, bro.
I know.
You've created it. Just
Get rid of it.
get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
But yeah, anyway, so iPad, my new best friend, and the stuff that I've been doing lately is
Nothing.
the mirrored. What do
Oh,
they call it?
shit,
Like
yeah,
the drawing
yeah, yeah.
assist thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like, I mean, it's a very cheap way to draw, but yeah, it's just. I mean, obviously, you're drawing at twice the speed because
Yeah,
everything's
you're
so
saving
quick,
a lot of time.
and just the stuff that I started doing, I loved.
It's called mirroring. That's
Yeah,
what it's called.
I
Yeah,
guess.
that's it.
But yeah, so
Voice
I just wanted to move on from the tools, not to linger too much. So yeah, iPad was my new tool.
Yeah.
I am kind of sort of staying away from Inktober right now. We'll
Mhm.
see. Maybe I get some fire up my ass and do something eventually. I
Digital
did one.
Linktober, bro.
Yeah. No. Fuck. It feels bad or wrong doing it digitally.
Yeah, same
Like Inktober is Inktober.
here. Mm-hmm.
But
Digital links,
But I do I work with ink every day, so technically I'm doing Inktober
every day,
Yeah, pretty
every
much.
year.
pretty
the
much.
full year, yeah.
But yeah, now I want to expand. I want to evolve. I want
Cocaine.
actually utilize Inktober for what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so moving on from me to you.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So I've mentioned both of these things that I'm using before. So it's pretty much the Purpur sketchbook that we both love,
Yes.
and also the parallel pens that I've talked about before at some point.
But now you've really grown into them, and you've
Yes.
used them for at least like 2 years now. So
Yeah, exactly. Because I think someone asked me how I got started, and I just couldn't remember. But then it hit me a couple days ago when I was at Pilot, their office in Märsta.
Yep.
They gave me one of the pens.
oh shit.
Yeah, that's where I got the first pen, I think.
Oh, so they do the parallel ones?
Yeah, they're Pilot parallel pens.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Then I probably have one of those at my house then at somewhere.
So I got one of those for free, and then I started using it, and I think she gave me extra ink as well, and I started drawing a little with them, and I was like, oh yeah, that's fine. And then at some point, I just tried drawing trees with them, which was my thing. Without them, yeah, and it was so fast. Even then, it was fast. Like, it wasn't as good, but it was fast and decent.
yeah.
So I just kept going with it. And at first I was just drawing trees, just this tree. The only thing was like the shape of the tree was a bit different. But now I've sort of started discovering other ways of using them. So now I draw rocks and then, like grass
Clothing
and
and, yeah.
clothing and, yeah. Clothing is still tricky because
I mean,
it's easy to cover up so much shit, and then you can't place the arms.
Yeah.
So the cool thing about this, though, I think why you should try these tools is because they don't leave room for you to hold. Like, you have to make decisions. I think that's what I like about them. For every drawing that I make, I always forget something, but I also feel like every time I do a new link sketch, I also learn, like, I'm able to remember more stuff. So this time is like, okay, I'll draw this drawing up to here, and then I'll add the arm,
Oh yeah.
and then I'll
Okay.
add the shadow, and then I'll do this. But before I do the rest of this rock, I'll put the sword and the shield here, and then before I do that, I'll do this thing. So you start
get it.
layering things, but it's not like things on top of each other in that sense. It's just like I'm just going to draw the rock to here.
Yeah.
And then I have to draw this tree that passes through this area. And then I draw the rest of the sort of mountain behind it that comes down there. So it's like you have to keep remembering. And at some point, sometimes when I draw things, I go too far with the ink. And then that does something to me that like, shit, now I need to solve this problem because now I've covered the area where this was supposed to be. Then you black it out a bit and you just, and sometimes you make a mistake and the hard part is not to fix it. Like you have to move on. You can't fix it.
Yeah.
Like you can't, let's say you're drawing a mountain in the distance. So far back in your image, there's a mountain. That mountain should not have a lot of ink on it. And if you do, it's going to be a mistake. Like, even if you've accidentally done something there, you just have to move on and then start filling out the rest of the image. Because as soon as you try to fix it, you bring attention to it. We've mentioned this before, I think, in episode. And just move on. Ah, that was your stomach. I heard it.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries.
I'm getting more beer here.
So,
Yay,
just like being able to move on. And I think that's the beauty of not sketching these images. Like, do the little ink sketch, like a little thumbnail that looks shitty as fuck.
But so
But
you
it
have
gives
like an overall idea,
because
because
that helps a lot.
Yeah.
It helps a lot to
I
plan.
never do thumbnails anymore, bro.
I do more
Never.
thumbnails now. And it's super cool because these pens are like, you can't do a lot of like fine liners where you just
Well, you,
I don't know.
You get stuck in the detail with fine liners.
yeah. This one is make bold decisions and
Commit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you commit to the stroke that you're doing.
It's like tattooing in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as soon as you start that line, there's really no going back. You just have to
You have to keep,
just fucking go and trust yourself that
Mhm.
your wrist or your fingers or your arm knows how to work that line.
seems
And
terrifying.
it is. It
Just
is.
like drawing on other people and like, oh, by the way, I fucked up.
Like, it'd be okay if, you know, if they were dead. Because then they'd be still and not.
Stab.
But even, you know, even if you're 100% still, you're still not still. That's a lot of stills. But
Still.
because you have a pulse,
It's a
there's
point.
blood, there's, you know, all of that stuff. You get over it, 100% you do. But there's always that little bit of nervousness before you go
Mhm.
in. You know, you get
Oh, fuck,
you
yeah.
get the shits.
Yeah, I could not.
Yeah.
But then I hate drawing for people, so there you go.
You would hate my job.
Yeah, I would definitely hate your job.
Like, I want a butterfly and a compass and a note and a dolphin and a butterfly.
Like, fuck off.
Oh, you would love my job.
Yeah. No.
No, it really is. Like, and I think, like, it's gonna be in another episode again. But like, the overall thing that I learned most from the journey I've been on is how much I love tattooing.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
Surprised. No, I'm just
100%. Yeah. First, not being able to do it, and then
Yeah.
being able to do it, but on the other side of the globe,
Mhm.
all of that stuff. Yeah.
Are they any different, or do they want like silly shit as well?
They're,
Is that like a universal?
they are a
universe?
little bit behind in the trend of
Like,
tattooing.
mentally? No,
Y-
just kidding.
Yes. In Sweden, it feels more like we're with the trends and we're.
What is the trends in tattooing?
What are the trends now?
'Cause-
I haven't been here long enough now to know what the newest trend is, but the trend when I left was like the shitty drawing trend, I call it,
Cool.
or the hipster tattoo.
What is a hipster tattoo? Is that like those
Hipster-
old school?
No, not old school. It's more.
Oh, those little like triangles and shit. It's
Like-
just like geometrical shit.
Geometrical stuff is I wouldn't say that the geometrical stuff is the geometrical stuff is hipster tattoo. That's more it's a popular style,
Stekars tattoos.
but hipster tattoos are more a good drawing that they want you to do worse. Like they want shitty lines, they want it to look wonky. A little bit misplaced, so not like
Like them falling down a flight of stairs, pretty much.
pretty much like let's put on the stencil, but while bungee jumping, like you just
I hate these people.
you know it needs to look like it's randomly just smacked on their skin, and then they just fill out the arm with random stuff like that. That's a hipster sleeve. You just have random shit all over the thing,
So you have a really bad tattoo.
and then you
all
fill
over,
it.
yeah.
yeah.
All over.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is
Wow,
great for me
okay.
because
Oh, yeah, fuck it.
my lines are shitty. So yeah.
Cool. You should get tattooed by Rob.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
No,
but
but that's
yeah,
something that I've been practicing a lot, like trying to get more cleaner lines and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Seriously, the people I got to work with was
Oh, like down there? Or?
yeah. I mean here too. Like the people at Huckleberry are really, really good. But in Sydney, man, fuck, that was a different level, bro.
Really? Fuck.
We haven't talked anything about this.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, let's save it.
we're gonna save
Yeah.
it. But yeah, just that's how good they were.
Do you feel it, people? Do you feel it?
Oh man,
Fuck, they were good.
yeah. But they also have like 10 years on me, you know. So like, but now I know where to set the bar, and like, well, in 10 years, I need to be that fucking good, or I have to shoot myself, like somewhere.
Goals.
Yeah. All
Or
right.
candy.
So should we say anything more about Inktober before moving on? We do have like a whole episode dedicated to Inktober, but
Ooh,
This
don't
is-
remember shit.
this is new.
Everything we've said in the past is a lie.
Yeah, just scratch it.
We're moving on. Fuck that.
Fuck it.
We're all good. Wrapped up.
Yes.
Next thing.
Next thing.
So,
Retro.
motherfucker. Yeah. So today we're gonna be talking about. Oh wow! Why did I get so much energy? Now, just super excited about.
Because it's the fucking retro.
Exactly. And we're gonna be talking about what are we gonna be talking about, Robert?
We're gonna be talking about Smurfs. No. Smurfs 2.
Smurfs 2, the better movie. Of
The
two.
Smurfier Smurf. Sorry, I need to fix this.
Exactly. Well, listen to me. I'm Detective John Campbell, and today we're talking about Spider-Man
Into the Spider-Verse.
into the
I-
Spider-Verse.
That was actually me trying to do Arnold.
Wow, that was sad.
Let's get into the Spider-Verse. I can't do it.
Listen to me,
Get
you little
down.
bug.
Get down.
Oh wow, is that your Arnold?
Get down.
Good night, man.
I can't do
I
Arnold.
bumped the mic.
well, I wish I could do Arnold.
So we're gonna be talking about Spider-Man
Yes.
into the Spider-Verse. That came out ages ago.
It did. It sort of. I think it came out just after we had wrapped our last episode. maybe?
idea. No.
No, it didn't. No.
It came out
Yeah, I was in Australia
At
when it
some
came out.
point.
Yes.
I have no idea when it came out. No,
I'm-
it came out last year in November.
What? No, 2 years.
Yeah, no. Last year, November.
All right, so almost a year ago.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, because
That
it's
makes
almost.
sense.
It's kind of new to Blu-ray ish.
Yeah.
A few
I have
months?
no fucking idea. It came out online ages
Really fast.
ago. So,
yeah, it did. Yeah, I bought it on YouTube.
And the cool thing about that one is that our Swedish equivalent podcast that has nothing to do with art, but talks nerdy shit, Nördit, invited, like Peter from that show, invited me to the pre-screening of Into the Spider-Verse.
That's right.
So I took my kids and
you fuck.
everyone, and we
That's
watched
right.
it
I
at
was
this
so
awesome
jealous.
venue. Yeah.
I was so jealous.
That was
and you got
really
free
good.
popcorn too.
Yep. Free
You
popcorn,
fucking
candy.
ass.
You got like a little goodie.
Fucking cocksucking asshole motherfucker.
Exactly.
I love
Thank
that
you,
we're not
Peter.
censored.
Not that we were before, but
No.
now we don't have to
Yeah, we
care.
just
yeah.
we love
So
it.
we can say anything. Wow, the energy just went up. Why did we talk about that? That was sad.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Failing
sad.
sucks. Spider-Verse is where the energy's
Exactly. Yes.
at. So we did not fail at watching Spider-Man.
Hell no.
I saw it 4 times at the cinema
You did?
and then another couple of times at home.
I saw it 2 times at the cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Once with Anna, and she loved it too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Anna, by the way, she's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
No, not kidding.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's not awesome at all.
No, she's not.
No, but yes. So 2 times at the cinema and probably 30 times at home now.
Yeah, I have no idea how many times I've seen it.
It
It's
is-
so fucking good, though.
It's my go-to movie now.
It is.
Whenever, yeah, whenever
like
I need
the
some
best
inspiration.
Spider-Man movie ever. Like,
Yes.
no disrespect to Tom Holland, I love you, dude,
Hell
but
no.
this is better.
Tom Holland is the best live-action
Live
Spider-Man
action
I've ever
Spider-Man,
seen,
Tom Holland, yeah.
and I really loved Far From Home. I
Mhm.
thought that was awesome, but it's got nothing on Spider-Verse.
No. Spider-Verse is just like all these Spider-Men, except maybe one.
Yeah.
And
But so why we're talking about this is because I just recently did like a little post of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and I
did?
think 3 or 4 people wrote me saying, "Is it worth watching?"
Oh
and
my
this was
God.
just maybe a
Stop.
month ago,
Yeah.
and I'm like, dude, like, which fucking rock have you been sleeping under?
Yeah.
Like, this is the movie to watch.
Yeah.
Seriously, like a lot of people blow it off because it is an animated movie.
it's
Like
so
they
good,
just
Yeah.
they
Even
don't
the
want to watch.
soundtrack is fucking
Yes,
ace. I've listened
it's
to it
so
so many
good.
times.
I'm not really into that new school
No,
hip hop,
neither am I.
but the soundtrack is
really good,
awesome.
yeah,
Like it's so
soundtrack.
well balanced. It's got
There's
everything.
2 soundtracks. There's one that is like the instrumental sort of like
Yeah, the movie
the
one.
movie one,
But
and then there's the hip hop
Yeah,
one. with
that's the one
songs
that I
they-
listened
Yeah,
to.
I listened to that
Yeah.
one as well.
But it's such a good origin story type movie.
Oh, I love that whole introduction to the spider
Yeah.
bite. Like it's so
It's
good. Like it's
one
such a
last
different.
time.
Yeah,
Let's do
yeah.
this one last time.
Oh, I love that.
And it just kept
Yeah,
going.
yeah, that is so good because they joke about the origin story.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And it's the guys
yeah.
that made the first Lego movie and the first 2 actually,
the movies that I don't enjoy that much.
the Lego movies. I think they made both of them.
Really?
Yeah. Was it fuck? I can't remember their names.
Fuck yeah, and the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
two dudes at least did it.
We don't Google shit.
They don't quote me on this, and it might be wrong, but I think they actually said no to doing the Star Wars one because they were doing this one, Spider-Man.
That's good because Spider-Man, little Star Wars has been a big disappointment.
Yeah,
for
and
everyone.
we're gonna touch on that at some point too.
We've already touched upon it.
The last one is coming out pretty soon, actually.
No.
But yeah, for me it feels really good to just have the last fucking one, and then they can do whatever they want with the universe. Because I'm looking forward to The Mandalorian. Have you seen the trailer for it?
No,
No,
I
of
don't
course you
care
haven't.
anymore.
It looks awesome,
Okay.
and there's so many awesome people attached to the project. So like Taika Waititi, for example, or what's his name? Who made the first Iron Man, and Jon Favreau.
Favreau.
Yeah, he's written the whole thing. Like
What?
so gigantic names
In the last Star Wars movie now.
No, The Mandalorian.
Oh, the
the
Mandalorian,
show.
the show. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah,
So,
Disney's really.
I'm looking
gonna
forward
milk
to
it.
that
Okay,
one,
Okay.
Not the movies anymore.
Yeah. Yes.
Anyways, Spider-Verse. So
What's there
this
not to like?
this is like, I think one of the most awesome animated movies that I've seen probably
like-
ever.
But I think it's made by fans. That's what I.
Yeah,
Because the
yeah.
artists that I've seen working on this are some of my favorite artists, but also they're just. I don't know. They nailed Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man is what he was
Perfect.
supposed to be.
So perfect.
Yeah.
Every character in this movie is perfect. The only one that I'm a little bit iffy or like
The anime one.
no,
is-
the anime one is fine. Like all the spider
didn't know-
people
oh,
are
okay,
cool,
okay.
but the goblin, like you
Oh
just-
shit! That ginormous.
Yeah.
Goblin. Yeah.
because it just felt like why
I
They could've
like
been-
the character.
they could have had
but
a different type of character. The goblin is such a
He's so iconic.
smart
Yeah,
and exactly iconic villain that it felt like they just pushed him in to have him in the movie, but
Yeah.
they didn't actually
utilize
give him
in them,
justice
Yeah.
in that way. But
I didn't care, but I
No.
totally get it. I
yeah,
could.
I mean
agree with that 'cause-
that's me super nitpicking this
yeah,
movie.
yeah,
now.
no.
But
I see
no,
it. I-
everything else it's perfect. It's
Mhm.
got like a little bit of romance. It's got a lot of good comedy,
Mhm.
good action. It's a good child-friendly movie. It's
Yeah.
perfect for any adult, any teenager.
But there's layers to this shit.
There's
That's
so
the thing.
many layers.
Yeah. There's the I've never seen Spider-Man before layer.
yeah,
Then
easy.
there's the like the semi-fan. Then
Mhm.
there's the hardcore fan layer, and just like you can watch it
yeah.
no matter the level you're at. And then there's the
100%.
kids level. Like
yeah,
just slapstick shit that you just enjoy.
yeah. Like you said, even the hardcore comic book fan would love this.
Yeah.
Because it takes a little bit of a twist from like Miles Morales, like the new Spider-Man that this movie is about. He sort of didn't get a good origin story in the comics,
Yeah.
and they just saved it with this movie. Like this is what it should have been, and
I
it's
have
so
no idea about the comic.
it's so perfect. Look it up yourselves. I'm not going to go through it because that would take forever. But they just nailed it. Like, this is, again, like I said, it's the perfect origin story.
Okay, if I ask you, who's your favorite character out of all the characters? Like, no matter if it's Spider-Man or anyone else, like, what is your favorite character?
In the movie or
Yeah, in the movie.
in the movie?
Yeah, in the movie.
The Prowler.
The Prowler?
Yeah, I think they nailed him. He's
Mm-hmm.
because he's this two-sided character, you know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I knew that he was who he was before going because I know the comics.
Yeah.
But
Do you know what the best thing about him is?
no,
He is the best. Like the actor that does him, or the voice, sounds so like a real person.
do you know who it is?
No, I never checked, or I think I might have, but I don't remember.
It's he's got
But-
such a weird.
But
name.
the acting that he has, it's so good. Like he feels
A.
like but
A.
he feels like a real person. You know what I mean? Like he's a real person.
yeah,
And
he's the
he
guy.
feels genuine. That's like a
Did-
genuine character. Like
Did you see the new announcement of the new Blade?
Oh shit, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now I know who it is. He
so-
was in Battle Angel Alita as well.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
guy.
Yeah, that
He's so
guy.
bad
He's
in
in
that one,
the
though.
Green Book. He's in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's
He's awesome.
We suck at this.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's so good. He's so good. I love him as an actor.
But you know.
But yeah, he nails that character,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I love him so much because he's got so much heart.
Yeah, but that's what I meant. Like
Mm.
definitely that.
And you can really feel the connection between him and
Him and-
Miles.
yeah,
and
yeah,
like
definitely.
Miles doesn't really like his father or parents that much.
No, he likes them. It's not that. It's just like he's at that stage in
yeah,
life where
exactly.
he just
Like-
doesn't open up to them in
And
the same way.
I remember that myself. Like when I was 13, 14, I always went to my sister, who was 6 years older than me, because I felt like I could tell her stuff that my parents would never understand.
or
because
handle,
or
as
handle.
parents.
Yeah.
You're not as well
100%.
at coping with your kids'
But
crazy
yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
but it's so cool. And then the take on
Jesus, Robert.
the Prowler, like he has that sound whenever he
Yeah,
comes,
yeah.
and it just like it almost sends chills down your spine because it's so fucking eerie.
Yeah.
He looks a little bit wonky or like goofy
I don't
because
think
he's
so.
got
I
that
don't-
spiky
I didn't.
cowl thing,
Oh yeah. No, I
which
don't know.
makes him look a little bit off because the character in the comics is dope. He's so fucking
Okay,
cool.
Yeah, I didn't read it as such.
He's such
I
a
thought it was
badass.
cool in the
Such
in
a
the movie.
badass. But he's also like an anti-villain type of character as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
and he's more of a villain in the movie, which it's sad because
But I think it's
It's
the
a
amount
deep-
of time, like
Yeah,
the
of
amount
course,
of time you
of
have to
course.
like wrap that story up.
and it's that universe.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
like you just accept it.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a show that is kind of like Love, Death, Robots.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't seen that show, check that out on Netflix. I think that's one of the best things Netflix has ever put out.
But be warned.
Yes, there's a lot of
Big.
penis and a lot of blood and a lot of
I think sex and violence
Yeah.
and
yeah,
brutality.
definitely like not kid friendly.
No,
Maybe
don't
one,
watch it with your kids.
maybe 1 or 2 episodes.
yeah,
But,
exactly.
but yeah, but Marvel is doing a similar thing where they're letting creators do their own thing with the Marvel universe and doing short sort of stories,
That is awesome though.
all animated as well. So
Cool. Yeah.
that's going to be really cool. But the next, and this is the biggest hype for me, the next Doctor Strange is going to be pure horror.
What?
Like bloody, fucking horrible, terrifying horror. So they're doing a
Yeah.
movie with him and Scarlet Witch.
Ooh, Scarlet
And it's gonna
Witch,
be
the most
pure-
OP character ever.
Yeah, it's going to be pure horror, apparently now.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm paraphrasing Kevin Feige here, but
Mhm.
that got me so fucking excited, bro. That's
Very exciting.
Oh, just seeing a Disney Marvel movie, but R-rated horror.
But is it going to be R-rated?
Probably not.
Yeah.
At this point in my head, it is. But
Okay.
yeah,
Somebody going to be disappointed.
definitely. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to the stuff
Mhm.
coming out of Marvel. But
So back to
back
Spider-Man.
to Spider-Verse. Yes. So, all right. So there's a lot of really cool things about this
Yeah.
movie, but one of the coolest is that it's made up of several different types of animation styles.
Yeah.
I think almost every style of animation. You have everything from hand-drawn normal animation, like actual hand-drawn paper on paper animation, to full digital, not realistic style, but like
No,
3D
it's not. Yeah.
stuff. And the coolest little fact thing that I picked up along the way, and when I heard it, I actually started like crying out of awesomeness, was that they a normal animation is 24 frames per second,
Yeah,
which is a smooth animation.
exactly.
So normal Peter Parker in this movie, like
Yeah.
the Peter Parker that comes in, he's 24
yeah.
frames per second. Miles, when he's Spider-Man, he's 22 frames per second,
Mhm.
which makes every move he makes a little bit like off. It looks weird.
Yeah,
Like,
it
you
gets a
can't
bit
put-
choppy. Yeah, it gets a
Exactly.
bit like.
You can't put your finger on it. It just looks weird. But, and spoiler, when he sort of comes to terms with his powers and progresses,
Yeah.
they go from that 22 to 24 in
Yeah.
the end. And it's such a small thing. And these two
Yeah.
characters are moving alongside each other in this.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
one character is animated in different
Yeah.
frames. Like, just imagine the fucking headache of trying to put this shit
No, that's what they
together.
said as well. There were 3 art directions at the same time.
It's insane. Like, fuck. I haven't broken the plastic seal on the Blu-ray that I just
Okay,
bought,
yeah.
so I haven't dove into all the special features, which I will. So I can't really say too much about it, but just that little thing, when you think about it, like
Yeah.
to put that time in to animate a different character in a different frame rate, just because, like, it's gonna make
Oh
a
yeah,
difference,
yeah,
you know?
I even saw people complain, but it looks choppy.
Yeah,
It's
But
supposed, to. Yeah, it's supposed to.
But it's so
It's so
brilliant.
good, yeah.
It's so fucking smart. It's so good. So yeah, when I heard that the first time, seriously,
Yeah.
I shed a tear out of like, fuck, that's so fucking cool.
Mhm.
That's how good this movie is. That's how fucking good it is. And yeah, every design of every character is
Oh, man.
beautiful. The whole style of the movie, everything.
I think my favorite part is how they managed to get the spider personas perfect.
yeah. Which one is your favorite character though?
Peter B. Parker.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like
Fatty
chubby.
Parker?
Yeah, Fatty Parker. He's so good.
Chubby.
Like
Parker.
chubby fucking Spider-Man. Like next year Comic-Con, chubby fucking Spider-Man. I'll even put a pillow underneath my fucking
I could just put on my Deadpool suit. I'd be chubby Deadpool right now.
chubby Deadpool. That would actually be fun, and we could. That's what we should do next year. Let's put sweatpants on,
Fuck yeah.
and then just walk around as fucking.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh shit. They just saved every dad's ass out there for every Comic-Con in the future. Like whenever you're like too lazy to put on
Yeah.
or like get in shape to do something, you just I'm just gonna be Chubby Parker.
That could be really fun. No masks or anything.
No,
just
yeah.
the slacks. And
Exactly. Yeah, just shirt and slacks.
Are those sweatpants? Like,
So comfy.
oh man. Yeah,
But, yeah.
that is my favorite Spider-Man because he has that whole persona, and when he talks about his life, it's just so sad but so good.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
he tells a story and then they show something entirely different. Ah,
But
it's-
yeah.
he's hard not to love as well. And
Exactly.
he has all the quips and shit that Spider-Man does, you know.
I love that, like the actor actually giving him the voice. I don't remember his actual name, but he plays Nick in All About. No, what's it
Jersey
called?
Girl?
Not Jersey Girl, but it's some.
I don't
It's a similar show. It's a show that's sort of similar name.
Yeah, I don't
Jess
know.
something.
I have no idea.
It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, now I think I know who it is, but
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
He's like a comedy dude.
yeah, I
Like,
know.
He is super funny.
Yeah.
But just nailed it, and it's so again the layers of this movie, because you think of him as this comic relief,
Yeah.
but then realize how fucking sad it is, and he's just fucking lost everything.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
I'm not telling anything because I don't want to ruin anything.
No. I
I don't want people to expect things to happen. I just want them to watch it.
Yeah.
And when I quit King, my team got me the art book, so
Oh
that was
no
pretty
way.
sweet. Yeah.
Fuck.
That was fucking sad though.
Quitting
Like,
King.
Yeah, nah, fuck King in that sense, but the team.
How many
No.
years was it?
7, but it's not the
Damn.
same team for 7 years.
No, of
but
course, but it's still 7 years.
Still 7 years, yeah. So yeah, that was just standing there, and then they got, like, before you leave today, and then they gave me the book. I was like, well, motherfuckers,
Mm-hmm.
like trying to make me cry. Ah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the feels.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it.
Oh man,
But at
yeah.
least you got the book.
I got the book, motherfuckers.
Fuck
No,
yeah.
just kidding. No, it's an awesome book, and it's fun to see some of the ideas behind some of the characters that never ended up being, what they
Making
are in
it
the movie.
into
Yeah,
the movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Like they tried like different outfits, different looks for everyone. It was super good.
Nice.
Oh man, and I love Gwanda.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I think she's like my second favorite character for
Mm-hmm.
sure. I do love Chubby Parker too,
No, Chubby
But-
Parker is like.
and Miles. I think they nailed that character.
I
so-
think they're all good.
Yeah.
I'm a bit.
And then Nick Cage.
As the
Noir,
Noir,
Spider-Man
yeah.
Noir
The only one I really don't like style wise.
anime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that one just does not click for me at all. Like nothing.
but it makes sense that they put her in there.
No,
too.
no. I don't mind it being an anime. I just personally, I don't even like the style of her.
No, okay.
Like there's something about the way that she's drawn that is an anime,
yeah,
and it's not. Like for me, it just doesn't. Like the style doesn't work.
yeah,
It feels like they made a mistake. You know what I mean? Like for me.
yeah.
Like-
No, I get it. I get
But the
it.
animation of her and everything is spot on.
Yeah,
And the robot is awesome.
so cool.
Just the main character there. I don't know.
I don't know anything about that character,
Neither do I.
so that'll be again. I haven't seen
Like
the,
even
the,
the
Blu-ray.
the porker
Yeah,
is
so cool.
works. Yeah.
Yeah, that's also such a ballsy move to do.
And they do it well.
Yeah,
And I love how they
and he's serious as well.
Oh yeah, he's super serious.
the
He's
thing.
not a joker at all, like in that sense.
It's so good. Like, yeah, they get.
Is
like,
it Peter Porker?
Peter Porker?
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, Spider Ham.
Spider Ham, yeah. That is a very good name.
But yeah, just getting a Looney Toony type of character,
Mhm.
but making, he makes a lot of fun and stupid jokes too. But
Mhm.
making him do scenes that are like with the feels.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly,
Shit
exactly.
Like that's
No, I think they balanced
so
it. I thought
impressive.
that was gonna be
So
the breaker
yeah,
of things, but he's awesome. Like
It
they
just
balanced
fits.
him perfect.
yeah, it just fits.
And all in all, I don't really care about the anime one as well. Like
Mm.
it's fine. Like it doesn't bring down the movie in any way.
No,
It's just I think it's a personal preference for me that she doesn't work rather than there's a problem.
I almost see her as like one of those hashtags just to get that type of audience
Yeah,
into a post
exactly.
almost.
But I think someone said that she was drawn by, like, it's someone famous. I just can't remember.
I'm sure.
If it was like the
is.
guy
And
from Smashing Pumpkins, not Smashing Pumpkins. Fuck. My Chemical Romance, like some shit like that. I don't remember.
the guy from My Chemical Romance did the Umbrella Academy. Maybe you're confusing.
Oh, maybe I'm confusing it with that.
But I mean that I don't know his name. If you haven't seen the Umbrella Academy, I definitely recommend that too. That was a surprise. I thought it was really
mixed
dope.
feelings about it though. Like I don't know.
I thought because I didn't know anything about it.
Neither
going
did
in,
I. Like nothing.
and I think that saved me.
I just knew a couple of no, just Ellen Page. That's all I knew.
Yeah.
Like because I saw her on one of the covers or something.
But that made me really interested in getting the comic. So it's on my to-buy list for sure. I want to read it. But yeah, also because we touched on Love, Hate, Robots. If you haven't seen that, definitely recommend it.
Mhm.
The cool thing about that is like you can really feel the freedom that the creators got. So you have the Tim Miller, director of Deadpool, and like all of the Warcraft and Star Wars, like pretty much every awesome video game movie sequence. He's pretty much been involved in creating that. So you have the master of just digital awesome movies. And then David Fincher, I think, or is it David Lynch? I always mix those two up. I think it's David Fincher. Those two masterminds got together and sort of just gave a few different animation companies free reign to do whatever the fuck they wanted, how long they wanted it, how brutal they ever wanted it, and just put it into an anthology of different movies, or short clips rather, for a Netflix show. So you have one that's like 17 minutes and you have one that's like 4 minutes.
Yeah,
and they're
all very
totally different. Like
Mhm.
even in animation styles, they're totally different. Not all of them, but
and they will offend some of you.
very much so. I hope. Like just, not to want to piss you off, but to
Yeah.
get, some fucking reaction. That's why we watch stupid shit like that. You don't want to see the same thing over and over again. You want to see something new that helps your brain sort of get a new spark and maybe gets you through your next Inktober post, That's why I watch this stuff. And that's why I'm so grateful that Netflix had the balls to really just say yes and let them do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they had to struggle and, get past, I don't know how many hurdles of getting it approved. But fuck, man, I was so stoked when it came out.
Which one was your favorite though? Like your favorite one out of all? I don't even remember half of them now, but.
So it's a definite mixed bag. I just recently rewatched the first episode with the beast fight, the woman.
That one I remember, yeah.
And that's so in your face with a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it. For any feminist out there, you're gonna fucking love that episode.
No, you're not. You're not gonna love that episode.
But the one that I've watched most, there are two. The one that I think I watched most is the last episode, which is
Which one was that?
the one when they're like in Russia winter and just this group of soldiers battling these demons coming like to take over the world ish.
Shit,
Most
I don't
part of
remember.
it.
Oh shit, that one. Yeah.
With
Now I
like this
remember.
colonel
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
this band of brothers type feel.
No, comrade.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
What about you? Which one was your favorite?
Steampunk.
Steampunk?
That's Asian steampunk one with the fox.
That was also
lady.
badass.
Yeah, that one was my favorite because it was that simple like drawing style, very clean. But then the steampunk stuff was so fucking detailed
Yes.
and intricate and delicate.
and it just came out of nowhere too.
Yeah, that one was my favorite one. Like both in the I don't remember if I don't know. Like I really loved the whole thing.
Yeah.
That one was my by far my favorite. I love the vacationing robots, the simple ones as well.
Yeah, that's super cute.
Like
Cats.
the ones I didn't like, I like the idea of it, but then eventually didn't like it. I feel like there's a lot of sexuality being explored, but it's just like, I don't know. It's so specific to the people that created it, I feel. So for me, it holds no interest in that sense. Like, I don't know. You just wanted to draw like sexy stuff. And for me, watching, it's just like, meh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
No,
like that
yeah,
one,
I
the
get it.
Mind Trap in Space. That was it. It started off good,
Yeah.
and then I just felt like I saw where it was going,
Yeah.
and then it was like, eh.
But it was still like it was such a horrifying story.
Yeah, exactly. But then I
but
think,
again,
I don't
like,
know.
I
but
think I
feel,
loved each and every one of them
I don't
in their
know.
own personal little way. One that really impressed me a lot was, do you remember? I think it was the second episode, maybe, or something. With you have that girl seeing the guy kill the girl through the window,
Exactly.
and then he gets chased.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
The thing that I didn't know was that it's fully animated, so there's no motion capture at all used
Mm-hmm.
in the whole thing. But when you watch how they move
Yeah.
and how the bodies move, because they're she's naked pretty much the whole
The whole
thing
thing,
with just
yeah.
a little robe on. The way the characters move is, my brain couldn't register that it was animated, other than the way it looked.
Yeah. I
It definitely looked like a paint over of an actual movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was so
it's
well
well
made.
made. It's super
so
well
well
made,
made.
yeah.
Like, shout out to the fucking animators of doing this, or the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was just that little thing in that movie or clip blew my mind.
It would be nice to see like an interview to see where they were going with these things.
Yeah.
Because some of them just, I don't know. Like, sure,
I want to get
some of them are a bit offensive, and I
Yeah.
would like to see where they were going
I
with
hope
it.
they release like a Blu-ray with the whole
Yeah,
thing,
with the
because I
whole
would
thing,
I would
yeah.
love to get just any special effects, special features. I mean,
Mhm.
thing. But yeah, so definitely check out Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse if you haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, and
I don't know what you've been doing.
Yeah, you should definitely watch that movie, because I think the cool thing about that movie is like it has an awesome soundtrack, it has an awesome art book, and
It's gotten a bunch of Oscars.
yeah,
Like,
and Emmys, I think, wasn't it?
yeah,
Emmys?
it's gotten so many prizes.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
think
it's just
Emmys, I don't remember.
if you're one of those people that just don't watch animated movies,
Mm-hmm.
try to not think of this as an animated movie and,
Yeah.
and watch it. Like, seriously, it's a beautiful movie. And
Mhm.
if you're any type of Spider-Man fan, I don't know what the fuck you've been doing.
Yeah. Also, since we're on the subject, play Spider-Man the game as well.
Dude,
Narration is
Oh.
fucking awesome.
I'm 25% into the game, so this was one of the big things for me coming back, because I haven't had a PlayStation for 1.5 years. Finally, I get to come home and play PlayStation again. It's amazing. And that was the first on my to-buy list, and it's still in the PlayStation as we speak. And so impressed. I am so fucking impressed with this game. It's
Yep.
insane. It's gotten everything that I loved from the previous Spider-Man games from the PlayStation 2.
But a million times better. yeah.
Exactly. Because you do, like, yeah,
just the
just
swinging
I
and
was
the
just gonna
music.
say,
Like, as soon as you start swinging in the game, the epic like superhero music just starts like ramping up.
so good.
It's so good. Yeah.
And I'm starting to get into like the fighting mechanism of everything. Like, I just keep dying all the fucking time anyways, because I
Yeah.
suck at video games. I haven't played for 2 years. But so that's enough of the spider talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything more to say about any of the shit that we've been fucking spitting for the last what is
Nope.
it, 2
Almost
hours?
2 hours, yeah.
Nice.
Not really. No, I feel kind of done.
Yeah. So
All right.
All
And
right.
that's the time to wrap up.
yeah, let's wrap the shit.
All
Let's
right,
do it.
folks. Are you ready for the end? Okay, so if you want to find us, you can find us at sketchbookheroes.com. That I might have not activated yet.
Hopefully it'll
Hopefully,
be active.
when yeah, exactly. When
Yeah.
this episode hits the the things that where
Yes,
podcasts
all of
live,
the
yeah.
things, yes.
Sketchbookheroes.com. hello@sketchbookheroes.com.
If you want to mail us,
Yeah,
ask
exactly.
us questions or tell us off.
Yeah, exactly. Also, we're in collaboration with 21 Draw, so check them out at 21-draw.com.
Follow them on Instagram as well.
Oh, yeah,
21
shit,
Draw.
21 Draw.
Yeah, and yeah, I think that's it. If you want to follow us, we've already.
Oh,
said
shit,
where
yeah, at Ilias Patlis.
we're at Robert Eklund Art.
Cool. Coolio.
And with that said,
Mhm.
it's good to be back.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's get drunk.
I have no idea. All right, people, thanks for tuning in.
Thank
We will
you.
catch you next time on the Sketchbook Heroes Podcast.